In this video, what we are going to discuss, or I'm going to show you, that in order to compile and run the Java program, how you have to install the software, or how you have to install JDK, and what all the necessary steps you have to take after installation of a JDK, right? So that everything I am going to show you here by doing on my projector, right? So here we'll see how to compile it, what are the basic steps to compile it, and what are the many different things which we are going to look into that, right? It is so. Okay, now you just focus on the projector. Okay, so now I'll show you. So here, see, on my desktop itself, a JDK folder is there. In this JDK folder itself, the JDK 1.8 software which I have, right? So first I'm just going to install it. In order to install it, first, as like I'm double clicking on this, click on S. After doing this, here what you need to do is the next, you just select the next, and now you can see here the one which I am the path it is showing, it is in default location where JDK has to install by default. I don't want to install in the default location, so I am clicking on change. After clicking on change, now I am providing you the location where exactly I wanted to install. So I am going to the F drive. In F drive there is one folder called as Java. I am selecting this folder, and now in this folder itself I am creating one new folder called as Java 8, so that it will be identification for you that JDK 1.8 you have installed in this folder. Now after selecting or after providing this path, I'm clicking on OK. After doing that, see here the install to, it is coming like F drive under the Java 8 which is coming here, right? So then again I'm clicking on next. Now installation of this JDK may take some minutes or few minutes. By that time you need to wait for that. So we'll see the how installation is going on. It is expecting something, the files which is already available. Now if you can see the many instructions it is writing here, so that if you wanted to get any things like, say, now one thing here, in between one folder it is coming, or one option it is coming, install JRE. So there is a question that can I install JRE separately other than JDK? Yes, we can install JRE separately, as well as JDK also we can install separately. Anyhow, when you are installing JDK, in that JRE is coming. So there is the two concepts called as public JRE and the private JRE. About this we will discuss later. So what is the public JRE, which is outside the JDK folder, and the one which is inside the JDK we will be calling it as a private JRE. Okay, what is the purpose of that we will see here. So you just need to click on next. After that you can see like what it is showing, 3 billion devices runs Java, which means it's a very big, so Java is having its own very big market. So again you need to wait for a few more minutes. Now say here, as I can say, your JDK is installed successfully. Now once when I have installed the JDK, so we wanted to see, or we wanted to go where we have installed JDK. So where we have installed JDK, if you can remember, I was there in the F drive. For the F drive I was there for the Java folder, and under the Java folder there is a Java 8. There exactly I have installed this JDK, right? Here after installation of JDK, okay, successfully we have installed the JDK, no issues in that. As I told about, the one is the public JRE, one is the private JRE. So the one JRE folder is available inside the JDK folder also. That's what we can call it as a private JRE. This is for my reference I am saying. Okay, and one which is there outside to all that, the second time installation we have done, that is the public JRE. Now in that, I just wanted to open the command prompt. So you just click on start. Here you select CMD and open your command prompt. When I am opening the command prompt, I am writing Java C. When I am writing Java C, so it is just to check whether the JDK is installed successfully in your machine or not. But even it does not show any successful installation, but what it shows that in our machine JDK is not there in an active position, which means it is not working for your programs. So what I have to do here is, so again I wanted to remind you that installation of JDK is not just sufficient enough to run or compile the program. After installation, you must have to set the path also, right? The path, again I can say, the path which we can set in two different ways. I will be just increasing the font size of this. The path which is there we can set in the two different ways. The, what is that? Path we are setting in the two different ways. The number one, again I am talking about, is the temporary path, and the second one when I am talking about is the permanent path, right? Now here I will show you the first one, how to set the temporary path. So I will just write it here, that is in temporary path. So in that, now what all steps we are taking to set the temporary path. So in that, the step number one which I am doing is to open your command prompt. Already I have opened here command prompt, right? After opening the command prompt, what you have to do is you write here set path. After opening the command prompt, you write here set path is equal to percentage of path. What is the use of percentage? We will see. So because it is a very important, right? So set path is equal to percentage path, and the semicolon I am writing here. Notice this, you must write the semicolon here, right? Then again, we must go to the JDK location where we have installed JDK. After going to the location here, in this location, you can notice on the bar, like I am giving here the JDK location. After going to this location, now I am coming to the bin folder. So remember here one thing, there is a JRE, so not JRE, inside JRE also one bin folder is there. I am not talking about JRE bin, I am talking about what? JDK bin, which means which is available directly inside a file. So this bin this location I am taking here, I am just doing the copy paste, I am doing this copy, and again I will open the command prompt, and here I will right click and paste it. The bin location as I have pasted here, right? When I have done it, so again I wanted to see whether the JDK is installed successfully or not. So I am installing JDK, or I am checking it. Now it is showing you the many options here. As such, we are not going to discuss about all these options, but one thing which we can understand by seeing these options, like all these options shows that now our JDK is there in the working condition, which means we can compile some programs, we can run some programs, we can do whatever we want, right? Then again, what next we want to do in that? Suppose, say, as I told, it is in temporary path setting. What I was talking about, it is in temporary path setting. So here this video which was there here, like inside this, I will just close this prompt. I have closed it prompt, right? After closing the prompt, again I wanted to open this CMD again. When I am opening the CMD, I am writing Java C just to check whether the Java path is working or not. So inside that, what path it is showing here now? That no, again it is giving that Java C is not recognized as an internal, external, command, operable or batch file, right? It is so. So see, if you are setting the path in a temporary manner, you need to set the path again and again whenever you are closing your prompt, right? So in order to avoid this, or in order to avoid this repetitive task which we are doing again and again, we can go for a permanent path setting. We can set the paths in a permanent manner, right? So now again, we can go for the permanent path. So what I can show you now, so how to set the temporary path again. First I am writing here set path is equal to percentage of path in that semicolon, and now I was writing here the, what is that now, sorry, it's in bin folder location I was writing here. So I'll copy and I'll write it here so that you can note it out down at least. This is your JDK bin location. So this is way to set the temporary path. Again, when I'm talking about permanent path setting, so for the permanent path setting, there are some steps which we need to follow, or which we must have to follow the certain steps. What all the certain steps we must have to follow now? Again, inside this, now see, first I'm going to my drive. So first see, here you just click on start. I'm clicking on start. You go to the my computer, that is computer. On this, we need to click on write. I'm clicking right. Select what here now? Properties. I'm selecting properties. After selecting the properties, these all options are going to come inside. When these options are going to come, so in that now select which one now? Out of all these options, select advanced system settings. What is that? Advanced system setting. I'm clicking on advanced system setting. After clicking on advanced system setting, now again from these options, I'm selecting which one now? Environment variables. What I'm selecting now? I'm selecting here as an environment variables. When I'm selecting the environment variables, in that I see here two options are available, like user variable for a JTC, and second one is the system variables. Fine. Okay, let's talk about under the user variable. We just need to click on new. When I'm clicking on new, so under the variable name I must have to write what here now? Path. And then again I am writing here the percentage path, percentage semicolon, and again that is the bin folder location I am writing. Fine. After writing the bin folder location, I am just clicking on OK. This is OK. What is the meaning of percentage path percentage? That we will discuss. Again I am closing it. Here I'll close this prompt again, and once again I'll open this prompt. When I'm opening this prompt, again I'm checking out by writing Java C whether the path which we have set it successfully, it is there or not. So now it is there. Remember that now I have not set it any path, and if you want I can close it again, and again I am opening, and here I am writing Java C. So is it coming properly? There is no problem. So now you know how to set the path in Java. That is in the two forms. One is the permanent and temporary manner. Both you knows how to set the path. Clear? Thank you.